Hi Ambika, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you. So
Yeah.
can you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah. So myself, Ambika Kamathe. I have done my Bachelor of Engineering in Electronic and Communication from Don Bosco Institute of Technology, Bangalore. I have overall 3 years of experience in automation as well as manual testing.
Mm-hmm. So what do you know about test NG?
Test Engine is stand for Test Next Generation. It is a
Mm-hmm.
framework used to build the test the application. It provides annotations and attributes. Uh, so yeah.
Okay, fine. Uh, okay, how can you implement a test NG listener to perform actions before or after the test?
uh, uh, to implement listeners, we have to uh,
Yeah, so you can have some test NG listeners, right? Let's say you have to perform some test before your test scripts executes,
yeah.
right? So what are the different what are those kind of listeners? And
I test listener, I suit listener.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
See, I test listener. What is I test listener?
I test listener, it will listen to the condition or event and it will pass the result. It will display the result.
Mhm. Okay. So see, I test listener is actually an interface, right?
Yeah.
With the help of which you can create your custom listeners as well.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when you get this kind of question, you can answer in this context. See,
Okay.
so what I have done is I have created one of the class, which is my custom listener, which
Okay.
is implementing my I test
I
listener.
test listener.
And I have three different methods here. One is on test start, one is on test success, one is on test failure. So if there is any test in which there is a failure, then what should happen? If there is any test, if it is getting passed, then what should happen? If there is any test that you would like to have before that particular test script, you want to have some particular execution, maybe you want to create some file, maybe you want to do some database connection, so those kind of things you can implement via this
Yes.
listeners,
Okay.
right? So that's how you can tell about iTest listeners, and you can implement this iTest listener to create your custom listeners, right? That's how we can do it. Um, okay, which are the different test ng suites that you have created or you are using?
Smoke suit,
Hmm.
regression suit,
Hmm.
and sanity.
Okay. Any other type of suit that you have?
No.
Okay. Which are the
No.
type Okay. Which are the type of tests that you would like to have that you would keep in your smoke suit or in your regression suit?
In regression suit, whatever the tests which are more repetitive, we'll keep that.
Hmm.
And smoke suits, in smoke suit, like when the build is newly build is up deployed, that test we the main critical main functionality tests will keep in smoke suit.
Correct. So you're absolutely right. What happens is whenever we have a smoke test, when we get the build for the testing, we will run first smoke test to
Mm.
ensure that the basic functionalities, or you can say the basic features, are working fine. And this build is actually eligible for further testing as well. And for regression, whenever we have a release or maybe we have deployed multiple features and we would like to have some regression just to ensure that nothing has been broken because of those particular deployments, then we'll go for regression execution in that case. Okay. So these are the suits that you have in your test engine. You can
Apart
create,
from
sorry.
apart from smoke and regression, any other suit will be having, sir? I don't know the right
Yeah.
for that.
See, one is smoke, one is regression. These two are common. In
Okay.
some of the companies, they might be doing performance execution. In some of the companies, they might be doing load test. So those are the two different tests again that can have. And it depends on project to project. from companies to companies requirements. If they have those requirements, they will be having those kind of test as well for separate dedicated suit for those kind of test. Hmm.
Okay.
So
I'm
which
having some doubts. I'll ask in the last.
no problem, no problem at all. Okay, let's say now there are three tests in my suit. Okay,
Okay.
I want to execute first one, but I want to skip the second one, and then I would like to execute the third one. So how can I achieve this in TestNG?
In to achieve that, we have in TestNG we have enabled attribute and disabled. So, which the suit we want to execute, we can enable that. If you want to skip the second one, you can disable that.
Okay,
It
fine.
will skip the second one. Yeah.
Okay, now let me share my screen.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so you have some of the test cases.
Okay.
Um, wh- where you have multiple tests. You have test B, you have test A, and your
Okay.
test B is depending on test A, right?
Okay.
So how will you manage this dependency in TestNG?
Yeah, to manage this dependency in TestNG, TestNG provides test depends on attribute to handle this kind of situation, to manage the dependency between two tests.
Okay. Can you write that code of depends on that you are telling that is correct? The answer is correct. Can
Mm.
you write that code?
Yeah, yeah. I
Would
will.
you be able to recall that code? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you share your screen once?
Oh.
Yeah, you need to click on share screen button, the green color
Yeah, yeah,
button.
yeah. Yeah. Uh, I'm not sure.
No
What is
problem.
it?
You
Yeah.
can take your time, you can think, and you can try. You can take your time. It's not an hard and fast now. Do you need some time to think? You can think, and if you want, I can assist you. Then also you let me know. I can assist you in that.
This is what I can remember now, sir.
Okay, no problem, no problem. But this is good that you are able to remember, recall this depends on method, right? See, depends. See, we have this as first test, either test annotation, and this is public void test A, and this will get printed. Then you have test in which you will write depends on methods that you were telling equal to in a double inverted comma, you will say test A. So this proves that this particular test is dependent on this particular test, right? So this is your test B, this is your test A. So this is how you can manage the dependencies. Generally, it happens that let's say you have to perform some payment in an e-commerce website, but before that you will have to log in. You will have to add some products to the cart. So automatically those tests are dependent on the login, right? So in those particular scenarios, you can use this dependency kind of methods in the test ng. Okay, what is priority in test ng?
Protein technology, for example, if you want to run the test cases for on priority, like it's giving the priority to the test case, which test case will run first, which test case run after that test case, like priority P1, P2, like that.
Correct, correct. Okay, let's say if one of the test cases having priority equal to 1, if
Okay.
another test case is having priority equal to 2, then which test case will get executed first?
Priority one test case will execute first, and then followed by the priority two.
Okay, how will you handle timeout in test ng?
Timeout. Like timeout in test engine means like I didn't get this one. I
Yeah,
didn't
let's say
understand.
you want that test to wait for some time
Okay.
and then it should perform some execution, those kind of things.
Yeah, we have wait conditions for this, like explicit wait, implicit wait.
Okay. Okay. But how will you handle the timeout thing? Let's say if I want to have some timeout of 5,000, let's say, in my script, I want to have timeout of 5,000 milliseconds, which is 5 seconds.
Okay.
So how can I keep that in testng?
We can give thread count equal to 5 milliseconds like that.
We can have.
A thread count. Oh, that is for the test case if you want to run
Hmm.
the test case multiple times, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this one. Timeout in I'm hearing for the first time.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. See, let me share this code with you. Okay. Now is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you can have this timeout as one of the parameter, which is equal to 5,000, right? And you can keep this public void timeout test. So here you will simulate the delay. This is your thread.skip, but this is one of the parameters,
Okay.
right? So
But
which is,
sir, like we have wait conditions, right?
yeah,
To
that
handle.
you can keep. Yeah, yeah, those also you can keep, right?
Yeah.
No worries
Because
with that.
I read about that. So
Yes, you are using that wait soft delays more in your scripts. That's
yeah.
fine, right? It is okay. Fine. What is the TestNG version that you are using?
TestNG version, I'm not
Hmm.
like latest version only, like a
Yeah.
more stable version.
Okay. Fine. What is the difference between suit, test, and class?
So test and class.
Hmm. What is the difference between those things?
Uh, I'm not sure
Hmm. Okay.
difference between.
Yeah. No problem. See, what you can do is, see, suit is nothing but it's a high level representation. Like you will have multiple tests together. So when I say a smoke suit, that will have all tests which are there for the smoke testing purpose. I can say regression suit or sanity suit, right? So a suit is nothing but it may include several tests for performing some testing, right? What is a test? Test is generally a singular thing, right? It can have various parameters and configuration, but it is actually a singular thing. What is class? Class is actually one the I can say in with respect to this test ng, it will contain one or more test methods, right? So when you say at the rate test, so those methods are marked with at the rate test, right? So this is the difference between suit, test, and class in test ng. Okay, great. Okay, have you used regular expressions in testng.xml file?
Sorry, sir. I
Have
don't.
you used any regular expressions in the testng.xml file?
Like give if you want to run the test cases in multiple
Yes,
processes,
yes,
that
yes, yes.
give.
So testng.xml file you are aware of, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are the different things that you are passing in your testng.xml file?
We are passing suit name,
Right.
test and class name methods, And like if you want to as you asked that if you want to skip the uh, one suit and only want to run another suit, we are giving passing the enable that one, and parameters also we are passing uh,
Hmm.
through XML file, inputs like username, password. Like,
Okay. See, this is your testng.xml file, right?
yes,
You will be having class name here. You will be having test name, right? You will be having suit name. So suit, test name, class name. These three things are there in all the testng.xml file. These things will be common. Now, in the methods, which method you would like to execute. So over there, you can either mention the properly name itself, or you can mention in the form of regular expression as well,
okay,
right? That is also fine, right? So this is one of the way I have used regular expression here.
okay.
So regular expression is very useful. Okay, tell me, what are the different types of annotations you have used in TestNG?
uh, Before suit, before test, before class, before method, at the rate test, and after method, after class, after test, after method, data at the rate provider, data provider, at the rate find by, at the rate parameter.
Okay, okay, tell me. Now, what would be the order of this execution? Yeah, so is my screen visible to you now? So
Yes,
you
sir.
have test, you have suit, you have class, you have methods, you have classes. Now you have to arrange these annotations in the proper order. So which one would come first?
First suit will come at after that test, and after that class will come.
Class
Uh,
or classes?
yeah, under the class, classes will come.
So
And
first you told suit, that is correct. Then you told test, that is also correct. Then what did you tell? Class or classes? What would come next?
uh, yeah,
See, first
class and class will come.
first suit will come, then test will come, then your classes will come.
Uh,
After classes, your class will come, then your methods will come.
yes,
Right? See, how can you understand this? So this is the superset suit.
yes, sir.
Within the suit, you will be having test. Okay. So within your suit, you'll be having test. Then you will be having classes, because within the classes you'll be having one of the class. It's like that. And within the class you'll be having its own methods, so you can have methods for that. Clear?
Yes,
Easy?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Fine. Mm,
Sir, can I ask one question?
uh, yeah. uh, I just have this 3 to 4 questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what is the difference between before test and before method annotation?
Before method will execute with test every time
Hmm.
whenever we run the test, it will run with alongside test. Before test will run only once. Here like in this before test is contains methods,
Mhm.
classes, sir.
Okay. What is the difference between test and test ng suit?
Test ng suit consists of test ng test.
Okay.
It is a superset for all.
Yeah, yeah, we just discussed right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Fine, tags you have arranged. Then, okay, how will you pass the parameter in the test case through testng.xml file?
We can give the parameter in XML file, and you like parameter name and parameter value.
Okay. Can you write the code for setting priorities in testng? Let's say you have sort of three tests. So how will you set the priorities in testng? You have three tests. One, two, three. How will you set the priorities? Can you write the code for that? High level
Yeah.
code, just high level.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Okay.
Yeah. Can you write the code? The screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So you have set the priorities. Okay, now how will you use the data provider?
Mhm. Uh, at the rate data provider like this.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes, so you are using data provider here. Okay. How will you pass the optional parameters in testng?
Optional parameters, like if we have multiple optional parameters, that like we can store it in XML Excel file, and using Apache file we can pass to test methods,
Mhm.
or else we can create the separate class for data provider. Here there we can store the optional parameters, then we'll annotate with test.
Okay. See, this is how, wait, let me share my screen. Okay. This is how you'll deal with the optional parameters in the testng, right? You can use optional as the annotation here.
Oh, we have optional annotation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, optional as the annotations. Yeah. Okay, Ambika, I'm done with the interview. We can discuss the questions that you have. Let me stop the recording.